Hey guys, welcome to another solutions video. Today we'll be going over the challenge for the values and data types for JavaScript. So get right into it. Let's make this a quick video. First of all, in the challenge you'll see that we need to create a file over here. So let's just make any simple file. I'm in just a random directory called challenge. I'll call it challenge.js, right? So I'll open that file up, and then we need to log a number, a float number, a string with an escaped character, backslash, log a comparison between two numbers, comparison between two strings. You remember strings are compared with Unicode characters, and so you should look that up if you don't know what that is. We should also log a logical operator and log a data type of a number and a string. So very simple stuff. Let's first console.log a number. So let's say 1, right? So how do we run this file? So after I did Command S to save, so in terminal, if I do node challenge.js, it will log the number 1. So a lot of times, if you want to, for a little tip for logging things is you could put a message here. So for example, in strings, you could say log integer number, like so. And when you go back, it says log into number 1. So that's how I would particularly solve this particular challenge. Sorry, I added a space for me. You don't need to add a space there. So let's do console.log a float number, and then that would be 1.2. Remember, a float, let's bump this down a little bit, is any number that has a decimal point, right? Okay, let's go back and log that. There you go, our first two. For the next few, let's continue on and just do everything and output everything at once. So let's log a string. Console.log log a string. How do you log a string? Well, you can use double quotes, you can use single quotes, or you can use backticks. So let's do double quotes and say this is a string. All right, next, log a string with a backslash. So if you remember, for you to log something with a backslash, you need to make sure you have the backslash escapes the character, right? Escapes the normal string operation, right? So you say this is a backslash, for example. Then if you do that, then as you can see, it highlighted a little bit differently. That's because it's saying, oh, now it's escaped it. So you could do n for like new line, or in this case, you could do another backslash, right? And that would print the backline as backline, right? So let's give that a go. There you go. A log string with a backslash. This is a backslash. One thing that I want to show you here is instead of that, let's say new line, and here you could say new line like so, and then anything new line starts here. So if you see this, and for now let's comment everything else out. You see how it says log a string with a new line. This is a new line starts here. That's because this \n denotes that it should be a new line, right? So let's take that approach. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller for you guys. It was a little too big, right? Let's compare. Let's console.log and let's compare between two numbers. So 1 is less than 2. This should be true, right? And then let's try the other way. 1 is greater than 2. This should be false, right? Let's also do two strings. A is less than 2. Less than B, sorry, and then console.log A is greater than B. And so it should print true, false, right? So let's give that a go. True, false, true, false. There you go. Now going back, let's do a logical operator. Now, if you remember, logical operators is and, or, and not, right? So let's just do one of them, console.log. We can say true and true. This will output true, console.log, true or false. This will also print out true, and then console.log not true. That should print out false, right? Let's give that a go. Oh, it's a lot of true falses, right? So let me just comment this out real quick. Again, if you had more time, you should log it like this so you know you're solving a particular challenge, a problem at a time. I'm just doing it for quick sakes here, for speed sakes. So let's log a data type, and I showed this a lot in the previous example. Let me just in the previous video I showed this a lot, but it's the type of. So if you do type of, and then you say, give it a number, then that should be number. Type of string, which would be any integer, any string in single quote, double quote, or backticks. So hello. So if you print that out, then it's a number and a string at the last two print slots. So that's pretty much it for this challenge. Very simple. Obviously you can spend more time cleaning things up than I did, but that's essentially the challenge. I just want one of you guys to get familiar with these different types of data types and values. And in the next section, we'll continue on talking about objects, functions, programming structures, and much more. So these are the fundamental foundations. This may seem very basic for a challenge, but if you were able to finish this successfully without much difficulty, then congratulations. That's just one more step to becoming a software engineer.